You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White sports fans, let's talk about former tennis great Boris Becker. The German former #1 tennis player weighed in on Naomi Osaka, and he is very, very concerned about her future in tennis. We all know that Naomi Osaka has bowed out of the French Open because she could not handle the pressure because of her mental health issues. Now, I said it before, guys, that if she was not going to speak to the media, she needed to not participate in the tournament. And therefore, she decided to actually walk away from the French Open and actually pretty much from the game for a while now until she's able to deal with her issues. Now, we know that the WTA, the four major tournaments have actually come out. They penned a letter to Naomi Osaka and they weighed in. And they said that, hey, you got to fulfill your immediate obligations or else you could get kicked out of tournaments. So before any of that happened, she bowed out. But now we have tennis great Boris Becker weighing in on this. And he actually said that the career of Naomi Osaka is in danger. In danger because of the issues that she's actually facing. So we're going to be diving into that in this video, guys. But first, make sure you guys go over to blackandwhitenetwork.com. Sign up and become a member today. We have two different membership plans. We have the bronze and silver plan. Rose and I post private videos over there on the website just for our members. But if you don't want to do any of that, just consider giving a one-time donation by clicking the donation tab or shopping for the merch. Use the discount code LaChanaSucks, S-U-X, all one word. And we're going to give you 15% off your purchase, folks. So, Naomi Osaka's career in danger after French Open withdrawal, Boris Becker says. Tennis legend Boris Becker thinks court phenom Naomi Osaka's career is in danger following her withdrawal from the French Open due to ongoing mental health struggles. The six-time Grand Slam champion fears the constant pressure of competing at the highest levels and the regular losses and frustration that comes with it could be too much to handle for someone dealing with serious psychological issues, he told Eurosport. He says, quote, I heard her first response a couple of days ago about this media boycott, and she cited mental health issues. That's something always to be taken seriously, especially from such a young woman, Becker said, referring to Osaka's decision to not talk to the media at the French Open, which came before she quit the Grand Slam event Monday. She couldn't cope with the pressures of facing the media, especially after she loses the match. That happens frequently, and you have to deal with it, Boris Becker said. I completely agree with that. He's right on the money, man. You're not going to win every single match. And unlike other sports, when it comes to tennis, man, you really don't have an off season. This is probably one of the reasons why tennis careers usually are much shorter than other sports careers. I mean, you pretty much go all the way from January all the way until late November. You have a brief time off. This is not like the NBA where you have 5 months off. You basically have 5-6 weeks off, and then you're back in the game for slams. It is a brutal, grinding game and traveling all over the world. He continues on here. Let's see. It also says that type of feedback comes with the sport, Becker said, especially for the world's #2 ranked female player who has been dealing with depression since winning the 2018 U.S. Open over Serena Williams. That's the tournament where Serena Williams had a complete mental meltdown and she was complaining, basically almost calling racism on the referee because she was getting a butt kick. But he says, quote, I always believe that's part of the job, Becker continued. Without the media, there isn't any prize money, there isn't any contracts, and you just don't get half the cake. Becker said he hated the media during his playing days, but he claimed Osaka has no choice but to participate in interviews moving forward if her career is to continue. He's right about that. That raises much bigger questions for me because if she can't cope with the media in Paris, she can't cope with the media in Wimbledon. She can't cope with the media at the U.S. Open, Becker said. So I also feel like her career is in danger because of mental health issues, and now that we should take very seriously. Osaka's withdrawal came one day after the 23-year-old Japanese-born star was fined $15,000 for skipping a post-match news conference following her first-round French Open victory. Osaka, who faced possible expulsion from the tournament for a decision, tweeted that she didn't want to be a distraction at the event. And we had already went on and talked about that. But I do believe that Boris Becker is right on this point. I don't necessarily know if her career is necessarily going to be in super danger, but if she does continue down this path and not get the help that she does, then yeah, she would definitely be in a bunch of trouble because tennis really is a mental game. She's not very good on the grass. She's actually not very good on the clay courts either, because you know that the French Open is actually on clay. Now, we kind of heard this same story about Rafa Nadal when he was winning all of these French Opens. They were calling him a clay court specialist, and you know, he's actually a great all-around player. Rafa Nadal has won 2 Wimbledons. He's won the Australian Open, and he's won, I believe, 4 U.S. Opens. He's probably the greatest player of all time at this point. He was able to overcome the media saying that he was pretty much a clay court specialist, and that was pretty much it. The man is just probably the greatest player of all time. But anyway, Naomi Osaka, man, she's just going to have to suck this up. Or what Boris Becker just said here could be absolutely true. Her career, if she doesn't change this around, because the WTA is not going to give her any special treatment. They've actually been pretty clear on that. If she doesn't follow the rules, then she won't have a career. It's just that simple, man. And Boris Becker, he was around for a long time in the 80s and 90s. He won 6 Grand Slam tournaments. He was a great, great player. And I believe that most athletes are not in favor of actually speaking to the media for the most part. But they understand, and Boris Becker even pointed this out, that they have to speak to the media because it is a part of their job. That's the way you grow. He's right about the prize money. You know, sometimes, you know, the speaking to the media sometimes is actually more interesting than some of the matches. It is, you know, post-game matches. If something went on, you know, during the match, sometimes their response could actually be better than the actual tennis match themselves. And I've been a big tennis fan for many years. I grew up watching John McEnroe, and we know about his outbursts on the court. That was a lot of fun. Pete Sampras was actually my favorite tennis player before Rafa Nadal came on. And Pete Sampras, you know, I don't remember him speaking to the media too much. He did most of his talking on the court, but I never saw him actually shun the media because he didn't want to talk to the media. And that's what Naomi Osaka has been doing. If she doesn't get this together, man, she's actually really gonna destroy her career, and her career will be in danger. So Boris Becker is right on the money with this. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this, black and white sports fans? Do you agree with Boris Becker that Naomi Osaka's career could actually be in danger because of this whole mental health thing, or, you know, shunning the media? I think he's on to something. I believe he has a very, very valid point. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.